Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Photoshop beginners tutorial. Today we're going to the fifth tool of this series, which is the crop tool. And the crop tool is used in some cases, and I'm exactly going to show you which ones today. So I'm going to go ahead and open an image that I prepared. This is the one. And basically, as you can see, it already makes a border around the image, like a selection. So that's basically what I'm going to show you. First of all, I'm going to unlock it as a layer, because I don't need it to be a background. So there we go, we have it as a layer. Now what we're gonna do, let's just make it a little bit smaller. With the mouse I just made my own selection here that I'm basically gonna make, and if I click OK, it looks like this here. It's gonna actually be this image, and it's gonna cut out these little parts I just parked. So if I do this, it's gonna cut out everything around here. Alright, so you can do it that way. And now there are actually other ways to do it. For example, these. Now here you have prepared ones. As you can see, for the internet you have these ones. This is television and computer ratio, like your screen and everything. And yeah, the original ratio, I don't know what that is. Okay, it seems to be the original of the image. Well, anyway, you can do here, you can choose the width and height. You don't have to do this, by the way. You can do ratio too. You can select it. You can say, I don't know, 200 by 200. Oh, that's nothing. By 200, and it's actually gonna take the 200 by 200. So yeah, as you can see, it's really easy. Now I'm actually gonna cut out it now to show you guys. So let me actually do it myself a little bit. I'm just gonna make it a little bit smaller, because we don't need it just a little part of the image. We want the image pretty much in its own. So I'm gonna click OK. As you can see, I made it smaller. Well, it is really visible, but yeah, I just basically took off the parts that I left out. Now the second option is the perspective tool. The perspective crop tool. And this one is actually, I'm going to show you because it's hard to explain actually. This is used in some, I don't know which cases, like how, but I imagine it could be used in some cases. But basically what we're going to do, we're going to take this image and make it like, I don't know, kind of 3D-ish depth photo. So let me just, I don't know, let's do this. It will probably look really weird. It's okay actually. I didn't expect to come out so well, but as you might see, the buildings move like this. Let me just go back, by the way, just keep this image in mind. I'm going to show you what it was before. Bam. See, it changed like how it was before to now, so I'm actually going to do it again. This seems to be alright. Now you have to be sure that it's like the same width like this, you know. You don't want to do something like this, because it's going to be really ugly and it wouldn't work. It wouldn't do the effect. So be sure that it's like pretty much the same size all around, and then you can make something that looks pretty good. So now this is barely edited. Let's do something that's kind of edited. Put a little bit forward here, like this. Put like this. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. We have pretty much the same thing. And as you can see, it's a pretty nice and useful tool as well. It is under the crop tool. This is called the perspective tool. I could imagine being this used for some really advanced professional photo editing. I personally never really used it. I didn't really have a purpose to use it, but I could definitely say that, yeah, it seems to me to be a really useful tool. But now we go up to the third option, which is the slice tool. And this is pretty interesting. So we can actually take a part of the image. It's actually just going to allow you to take, you know, I can't, as you can see, go in this corner and everything. I can only take half an image. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take the half of it like this. And now you can see two things. I'm going to specify a little bit what it is. You can see a 1 and a 2 here. And this is the logo, or yeah, like the logo, the icon of an image. All right. So I believe I can't. Yes, I can. I can click it, and it's the slice options, and basically can put a URL, or you can actually place an image yourself. And that's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you. And then basically what you can do, this is like to organize your image, I guess I could say. So you could do here, and you can insert images in this. So for example, I got these two, and I want another. Basically, yes, as you can see, basically I can add ones, and then you can make it in different parts. You know, you can put an image here, 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 here. As you can imagine, this is really useful for websites and everything. But I'm actually going to place an image to show you what it will be like. Let's put this, I don't know, space, really random. And I can also tell you that it is gonna adjust to the sizes. So for example, as you can see here, just like I can move like, okay, wait, I'm gonna show you. So basically, as you can see, if I'm not around the borders, I can move it whatever I want. You see, freely move it anywhere I want, but as soon as it approaches the corners, you're gonna see it's gonna be like a wall, you know, it's gonna hit it. And you know that it's going to be limited. So that is the useful part, because you're like, oh, I want it like this, you know, or I want it like this, because that way it will look even better. and you click OK, and it's basically inserted it. So you can organize images basically like this. I would really use it if I had an image that I had to edit, like indeed like make a layout for a site or for something, because I actually do it for kind of a job and as my study. So I do use this sometimes. I actually made my Circulum VT, which is my CV, for job researches, and I actually would have recommend using this because it's really useful and it definitely helps you to improve, to make my own layout, and it is really useful. Yeah, let me just, I don't know, this space thing is getting really random, so I'm just gonna, yeah, oh my god, that was, that looks really good in this image. So let me just put it all the way then. In that case, it was just to show you how this organized things works anyway. So yeah, as you can see, it's pretty nice. I didn't know that these two images would match so well if I put down the opacity of the space thing. That's actually nice to know. But yeah, for the rest I can say, as I said, you can organize images in here, put text down and everything. So that's basically what this is for. And then you actually have the fourth option, which is really similar to this one, the slice select tool. It allows you to just move it around more freely and to actually make more of a selection of the part of that you want to edit. But anyway, I don't have to add more to this tool. This is really what it is about. I showed you everything you needed to know. This tool is mainly used for the things I showed you, such as cutting out an image partly, change the perspective of it, and yeah, just like this, organize it into multiple tablets where you can put images, and as I said, just put a random thing and put text here. Really useful for making websites and other designs. I personally do that. But I don't know, if you think that something of this will be really useful to you, I hope it does. Then in that case, of course, you can use it. Really useful tool. I hope I helped you out to actually learn what this tool is about. As I said, every time I do this kind of episode, I want you to explain the tool in itself so that you can use it as well. And that way you can become, like me, better at Photoshop. I unconsciously basically learned myself Photoshop. I wanted to use it in the first place to make thumbnails back like 5 years ago, and unconsciously I really started using it a lot, and that's why I got pretty advanced in Photoshop, as I can say. And that is also what I want to share a little bit with you, what are all these tools all about. So I really hope it helped you out, and I hope to see you in my next video. Goodbye.